I just wanted to bring up that this year is going to be the 60th anniversary of Kennedy's murder. And I think it's very fitting that Kennedy, being an Irish-American president, represents the best spirits of both Ireland and the United States. And there's a problem in the United States right now where they're also forgetting that spirit that is connected to this similar kindred spirit in Ireland for freedom, for the uplifting of those that have been downtrodden and oppressed. And there's been a common passing down of the better presidents of the United States that Kennedy was the last to represent, sadly, although it's up to us to keep that spirit alive. I wanted to just actually bring up a good quote because Kennedy brought up Roosevelt a lot as a role model for him in how he approached his not just domestic approaches for Americans, but for the entire world. He felt it was his responsibility to help anyone in need. And there's a very good quote actually from Henry C. Carey that describes the two systems. Lincoln's economic advisor, which I think is very much what the United States, the better part of the United States, was fighting against. And Henry C. Carey wrote in 1851 in his Harmony of Interest, "Two systems are before the world. One looks to pauperism, ignorance, depopulation." Sorry, my phone is acting up. "Depopulation and barbarism. The other to increasing wealth, comfort, intelligence, combination of action and civilization. One looks towards universal war, the other towards universal peace. One is the English system, in other words, the English imperial system, the other, the American system, for elevating while equalizing the condition of men throughout the world." And also Kennedy, a very apt quote along this line of what we're continuing to battle today, which is this imperial system versus a system of real equality and uplifting of the people. Kennedy would say in 1963 at the National Academy of Sciences, "Malthus argued a century and a half ago that man, by using up all his available resources, would forever press on the limits of subsistence, thus condemning humanity to an indefinite future of misery and poverty. We can now begin to hope, and I believe know, that Malthus was expressing not a law of nature, but merely the limitation then of scientific and social wisdom." And that was something that Kennedy very much represented as an inspiration for hope, not just for the American people, but for the world, in introducing a bunch of projects, including energy-intensive projects that were threatening to basically take the power away from the colonial interest that had really sunk its claws into the world. Despite all of the promises that were made after World War II, the colonial interest continued on, and Kennedy intervened in so many countries to help free the people, despite something very, very dark and ugly within his own country that he was fighting against. So I think that this year being the 60th anniversary of his, we should think that it is our goal this year to take back the spirit of Kennedy. Don't let him be murdered twice and us forgetting the spirit. Let that spirit live on. And I think that what we're representing today is that revival of Kennedy's spirit.